Hey everyone, today's video is a bit of a fun little ride, recapping the memories we've had on our way to the release of Pokémon Sun and Moon. With our quest to find more information on the games, or the tasks we've accomplished to try and avoid spoilers, which I guess are now ruined by this video, the time before the games even comes out can be some of the most memorable. I thought that this would be an enjoyable topic to talk about before the games come out next week. I will not be showing anything that has yet to be officially released, and we'll just be discussing some of the random unofficial leaks that popped up and talk about how these leaks made it more or less fun for us. Also, it's a bit of a shorter video as I wasn't feeling too well this week, but I hope it hypes you up for the new games. So without further ado, welcome everyone to the top 5 leaks in Pokémon Sun and Moon. Hope you enjoy. Number 5. Stats. The stats of every Pokemon is one of the more recent leaks, and I don't really mind it. It's cool to see which Pokemon would be a powerhouse and which would be better off as a stuffed animal. Not you, Beware. The best part about knowing the stats and move pools, and abilities, earlier on is that it gives you a fun little task of picking out your future competitive Sun and Moon teams, and will give you something to do while you wait for the games. Personally, it doesn't feel like too much of a spoiler for me to know the stats of each Pokemon, but I can understand if some people feel differently since they like the journey of knowing how strong they've made their new friend. Number 4. Ash Greninja. Ash Greninja being leaked early on in the games was quite interesting, and then to have it confirmed in the demo was pretty awesome. I think this is one of those funny things to find out as you have no idea what Ash would be doing in these games, since this is red. That's Ash. This is red. That's Ash. This will be one of the first times he's been acknowledged in the games, and possibly hints at an appearance of some sort. Or at least maybe a cool backstory of him being your dad. We need more dads in Pokemon. Even if Ash Greninja is just a cameo or a little nod to the anime, I do think it's quite a fun thing to include, and really brought up awesome discussions about what this could mean back in the day when it was mentioned in the Chinese leaks. This seemed to be one of the most fun leaks without being much of a spoiler, since it didn't say what Ash Greninja's purpose in the games themselves actually was. Number 3. Every Pokemon. Every Pokemon got leaked. Every single one. Well, I guess most, since we don't know for sure if that's every single Pokemon, but hopefully there's more? I of course won't be showing any of the ones that haven't been officially released, but for me, I'm 50-50 on this, as I do love encountering new Pokemon and seeing them pop up on my screen, but I do also like to know what all the Pokemon are in advance, and then try to hunt down the cool ones. For other people, I can completely understand not wanting to know any of them, which is why I won't show them, but it is still pretty awesome just to see all the Pokemon beforehand, so you can pick your team and guess about what they are, or just gawk over some awesome new designs. Number 2. The final starters. The final starters that were leaked was one of the most devastating? I'm going full exaggeration here. I wanted to give this its own category, as I feel a starter Pokemon being spoiled has its sort of own feeling, especially since this was the topic that had the most fake leaks about it. For me, this has to be one of the biggest things to spoil in the games. I remember when I was a kid, getting my first starter was magical, as I had to train it up myself to finally witness what this guy would turn into. So now seeing that we have less time to imagine, it feels a bit less emotional. I guess Nintendo did eventually show them off themselves, but it would have been a great experience to level up your guy and be like, whoa, Litten, I'm about to check your typing, and if it's firefighting, we are going to have a talk? These were mentioned early on in the Chinese leaks, along with some sketches of the concept art. But I think the most fun part about these is that no one was completely sure whether or not they were real until they were officially shown off. Or also leaked in the demo before that. Again, this is another one that could go either way, but it was really fun to see all the fake leaks popping up and not really knowing which ones were real and which ones were fake. Ah, the magic of leaks. It gives us a wonderful journey towards the final games. Number 1. The entirety of the Pokémon Moon game got leaked. Like, the game itself, apparently. I don't know how one would get it, but you should buy the game instead, and I feel pretty bad for Game Freak actually, with how much work was put into these games. But on the positive side, they made a wonderful fake leaked version of Pokémon Sun that had a bunch of Sunfloras or something. This reminds me of the good old days, when the ROM of Pokémon Black and White was supposedly leaked, but it was really Corey in the house. When I said the final starters were the biggest thing to spoil, I guess that was excluding the game itself, because, well, this is the entire game. and it really does suck for the game developers. But at least it's incredibly complicated to do, so not everyone can play it early. And it's only a few days away. Just wait, guys. You know, make Papa Game Freak happy. That was a terrible sentence. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It might be a little different from my previous videos, as I just wanted to have a fun, short video since I was a little out of it this week. Hope you had some fun, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to see more. Until then, keep on catching!